You know I'm going to do it. You ready? What up, dudes? How's it going with you, algebra, or not algebra, but 7th grade science students? We have a special guest with us here today. Let me show you this special guest. Her name is Hoku. She's pretty cool. There's Hoku. Hoku's a 6th grader, and Hoku's going to be joining us for this class because what we're doing is we're doing kind of a special series of classes called for the Hawaii State Science Olympiad. Yeah, she's a 6th grader, a smart 6th grader, mind you. So she'll be joining our ranks for some of these classes, and we're going to be some of these things that we're going to be doing. Like, for example, next week we're going to have this awesome class, super cool, and it's going to be about bridge building and bridge design and that kind of stuff. And the 6th graders are actually going to join us for that lab, and also probably some of the 8th graders, and maybe even some 9th graders. We'll see about that. It's going to be a giant class, but it's going to be awesome. No, I'm sorry. The lab I had scheduled for today was the Nerf gun one, but don't worry, you guys still get to do it. I'm just going to have you do it at home. Sound fair? And I'll walk you through it. In fact, that's what today's lab is all about today, or today's lesson is all about today. Is the Nerf gun lab, and I'm going to show you how to do it and all of that kind of stuff. I'll show you folks how to do everything with the Nerf gun labs. It's going to be awesome. All right. So any questions? Yeah. So we're going to start it up on today. In fact, I'm going to start kind of going through this kind of stuff with you today. So the first thing I have you guys doing is I have you doing this quiz called the Air Trajectory Quiz. And I think this is due tomorrow maybe for my class. And basically, I want you to look at the rules for the Science Olympiad. So I opened up the Air Trajectory Quiz, and here are the rules. So you go read all the rules for the Air Trajectory competition. Click here. Did you read them? Yes or no? You get 1 point on this quiz for answering yes or no. No, it's not required that you go, but I do want you to read all of the rules that we're going to be trying to do for that. Okay, so did you read them? Yes or no? After you've read them, click yes. If you haven't read them yet, click no. But then, to be honest with you, I don't see why anyone will ever click no. Because, I mean, like, if you haven't read it by then, just click on it and read it, and then click yes once you're done with it. So, I mean, why would you submit a quiz and then click no? Anyway, I just put yes or no, but I guess I should just put yes or yes or whatever. All right. How many people are allowed to participate in this event? How many... Oh, true or false? Eye protection is only needed for the person firing the cannon at the time which is being fired. How much mass in kilograms are Division B students allowed to use to power their system? Where would I find any of these questions? The answers to any of these questions? Maybe in the rules that you just told me that you read. So the rules are right there. The rules say a team of up to 2 students. So I'll give you a question. I'll give you a hint. The answer to the first question, is 2 students. True or false? A team must must wear eye protection only during the times they're firing. No. Competitors must wear eye protection during device setup and operation. Teams without proper eye protection will immediately be informed and given an opportunity to obtain the eye protection if time's allowed. If you take it off, you're going to be ranked in division or in tier C, I think, or tier 4 or whatever. That's bad. All right. For Division B, the launch force must be entirely supplied by gravitational potential energy of a falling mass less than or equal to 5 kilograms. So I asked you how much mass in kilograms are Division B students allowed to use to power their system. The answer is 5. All of the answers to these questions are literally in the quiz that we just did. So, that you guys just told me that you read. Literally, all I'm really asking you to do is read the thing and make sure that you've read it. It's not even rocket science. Actually, technically, it is rocket science because it's air trajectory. Are we cool with that? Okay. The next thing I'm going to have you guys do is a discussion, and this is what we're going to be covering in class today. So I want you guys to take out pen and paper and take out some things you guys can write down for notes. I'm going to take off my jacket because it's super hot. And let me get into starting to talk about the equations for air trajectory. All right, let's see. Let me ask. What 7th graders? What math? You guys, I mean, obviously you're in 7th grade math, but what are you guys covering now? I'm just curious. Have you done square roots? You're doing fractions and fractions. I'm doing algebra. Okay. Have you done square roots? Have you done square roots? My 6th grader?
I think.
There's a button on your calculator that says square root. Anyway, it looks like this. I don't know if you guys have. Oh, oops. It looks vaguely kind of like this.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Have you done that before?
You.
Yes, I kind of did. Okay, all right. I'll tell you what. I'll be honest with you. The math that we're going to be covering today is super hard. It's crazy hard. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I possibly going to teach these 6th graders how to do it? All right, 6th and 7th and 8th graders. Because the math that I'm teaching you today is actually math that I would probably be teaching Algebra 1 students. In fact, I can honestly say that maybe my Algebra 2 students might get the math that we're doing. So I'm going to, and physics, which is what we're talking about here today, is a senior level course. In fact, not only is it a senior level course, it's the hardest science course that we offer in high school. Hands down. In every high school, physics is the hardest science course we offer because of the math. Now that I've thoroughly freaked all of you out, okay, I'm going to present the math. How in the flipping world are we going to do this? Yeah, Bo. All right. I'm going to present the math in as simple and straightforward a way as possible. And I want you to stop me if you guys get confused. Because I spent a lot of time taking this really complicated math and bringing it to the point where I can make it so that you guys can understand it. All right? Don't freak out yet. Okay, let me stop the recording. I'm going to start up a new one. Give me a second. Hold on.